Coming up on today's Code Bet Daily, we've got Matilda Fever. I don't know, is that going to strike you down in your prime stats guy? It might just. We're talking player props, game picks, best bets. I've got to rate my multi for the Women's World Cup. Alex, what are you looking at?
Overs and unders in all 4 World Cup games today.
Nice one. Stats guy?
A value goal scorer for the Matildas, and yeah, huge rate my multi for the Women's World Cup.
Nice one. I'm all on the Sam Kerr train. I've also got a pivot on my NFL rushing yard leader bet. So there you go. Check it out. It's all in Code Bet Daily. It's real good. Welcome to Code Bet Daily. It is Monday. Oh, geez. July 31st all day. This is, I think, episode 163. No one's entirely sure, but we'll just say it is and just roll with that. Either way, I am the editor of a very good website called CoBet. My name is Jaymz. You can find all my writing and the gentlemen who are joining me on this show. Alex Donnelly, Liam McAllion. That's right, the Pontiffs of Ponting. We've got Alex Donnelly over there. What's going on, Alex?
Pontiffs of Ponting. We'll change it around today. Great day in Australian history. David Warner's hit 40 runs overnight to extend his career by another 6 months. So, yeah, no, it's great. Thanks to North Melbourne for ruining my weekend. That was fantastic as well.
Ruining your weekend.
No, they really did. Nick Larkey not getting near it. Last time I relied on North Melbourne to win me money, I think.
Yeah, I had a bit of punting on the brain last night after watching the sort of first session and punter just ripping into everybody. It was great. I'm actually one of the Pontiffs of Ponting. Like, I'm actually on board with that. If you want to say, who's the best batsman you've ever watched, Jim? It's like, well, it's probably Ricky Ponting, you see.
Yeah, fair enough.
And we've also got Stats Guy down there. What's going on, Stats Guy?
I didn't really want to be here after Norths. Yeah, I knew I was going to cop it after that loss. I still can't believe that. But hopefully Matildas can win tonight and we can all come together for that.
I wonder what it's like to win a game, right, Jim?
Yeah, just
I can't even bag Carlton anymore. What is this world coming to?
What a world.
Yeah, and Errol and Isaac Heaney just doing the job for me. Oh, it was a glorious Saturday night.
This is...
I did have a stroke.
Code Stroke Daily, apparently. How it rolls. No, Code Bet Daily. It says it on the tin. It's code, it's betting, it's daily. And as Alex alluded to, a few results our way on the weekend. Carlton fan who didn't watch the second half because I was at a gig. I was like there with a Collingwood fan, just like checking the app literally every 2 seconds, just shoving it in there. How's this? Oh, God.
We're still winning.
So then went back and watched it on Saturday. It was great. Nice. That's the only way to watch a Carlton win over Collingwood, I think. But either way, and I believe Alex's Swans just got up over the Bombers.
Yeah, it was great. Really enjoyable seeing Essendon fans all around me. Like their high-pitched screaming when they started taking some marks, yet never hitting the front was possibly the highlight ever. And then the siren went and they're just like, oh. And I reckon within 5 minutes, the stadium was empty because my mates and I just sat there for a couple of minutes just coming down a little bit, but that stadium was empty quick.
Oh, well, just as empty as 2 Metre Peter's hands right at the end of that game.
Well, yeah, until Dane Rampy went off with an old man injury, he could not get near it. And I was going to say the 3/4 time that 2 Metre Peter had copped a bath. Thank God I kept my mouth shut.
But he did basically cost them the game right at the end where it's hit both hands. If it hits a hand, if you can hit it, if you can touch it, you can mark it.
Yeah, like a catching cricket.
Hands. What are you doing? Seriously.
I tell you what, the hatred from Essendon fans toward Darcy Parish right now is elite. Like,
really?
All I heard on Saturday night whenever he got the ball was just like, oh, not again, because apparently he turns it over a lot and they hate him for wanting more money.
Nice. Oh. Checks out. All right. Well, on Code Bet Daily today, we've got player props, game picks, best bets. We'll probably put together a bit of a rate my multi with the Women's World Cup.
I got one of them, yeah.
I think I've got one.
And I'm going to do a quick backtrack. So that's what I'm doing today. Women's World Cup. It's Matilda time. We'll talk a little bit Matildas and also the NFL. My pick for rushing leader yard. I'm going to talk about that in a second because I did that on Friday's show. And now it's Monday. I'm taking it all back.
He did his knee, didn't he?
It's actually, no, maybe, look, it's not a complete backtrack, but circumstances have changed.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Shall we say. Stats Guy, what are you looking at?
Just all FIFA Women's World Cup for day 12. Lots of big matches today, and Alex and I were talking about it. There's a couple at the same time in the same group. It's really cool.
Nice one, Alex.
EPL, AFL, and some Women's World Cup.
Nice one. Let's get into it. Player props. So I mentioned this. Rushing yards. NFL total rushing yards for the season. Jonathan Taylor was my pick, and then it came out literally yesterday that he requested a trade.
Oh.
Thank you, Jonathan Taylor. Still, the owner of the Indianapolis Colts Jim Irsay, erstwhile former booze hound and guitar aficionado, apparently. Basically, whenever you see like a really rich guy who just does dumb stuff, but you're just like, to be honest,
Elon Musk.
No, that's to an extreme. That it's a bit too far. Irsay, like the drink driving stuff, not on board. But the collecting stupid guitars, I'm kind of like, yeah, I'd do the same if I had that much money. But either way, Jonathan Taylor, he said that we're not going to trade Jonathan Taylor now. We're not going to trade him now. Like in weeks, he's going to be on the Colts this season. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know if he's going to be. Because it then came out, he's like, oh, actually, my calf's a bit tight. Oh, I'm recovering from a back injury. Remember that surgery I had last year? It's like, oh, he's sitting out. So we're going to move off Jonathan Taylor and move on to, look, I mentioned Breece Hall. I still really like Breece Hall, but I actually did think a little bit further about the Aaron Rodgers situation there with the Jets. I love it for Breece Hall. Breece Hall is going to be awesome. I do wonder if like the volume will be there. But there's also another name just to keep an eye on for the receiving yards. Is actually probably Garrett Wilson if he stays healthy as well. He's actually got a proper quarterback. You'll love to see that. He was an absolute monster last year as a rookie. But either way, a couple of other names I want to throw at you then. We'll pivot away from Jonathan Taylor. Josh Jacobs won this last year playing for a contract. He did not get that contract. 1,600 yards, $15 to lead a game this year. Don't like it. Travis Etienne, however, I do. He is the running back for the Jacksonville Jaguars. He is $23 at the moment. He's a bit of a sort of slightly different shape, if you will, of running back from the usual sort of heavy hitters. But to be honest, we saw it last year. Josh Jacobs isn't like an absolute tank like Derrick Henry is, and he led the league in yards. So I don't mind Travis Etienne. I think the Jags will be really good this season, and for $23, I kind of love that. If you want to go with the big heavy hitter, Derrick Henry is obviously the pick. I mentioned this, I think, very quickly on Friday, right? The fact that he's $7 and this Titans offense stinks and he's like the only dude on it. You're like, he could have like multiple 3-touchdown games this season. He could be ripping off 180 yards a game and you wouldn't sort of blink. So I wouldn't mind, like, if you're going to pivot off Jonathan Taylor, Derrick Henry is now my sort of, very obvious favorite play. As long as he stays healthy, he's going to get the rock. The problem is the Titans stink. And it feels like they're going to be playing from behind a fair amount.
It seems like a very Titans thing just in general.
Yeah.
So it's a bit tough. But look, Henry has proven even with when the Titans aren't very good, like he is still their best option. Like just to give him the ball and just go, just run through 8 dudes. Do the next months.
Why not? Yeah.
And then you've got another smoky as well. So I've already given you Etienne and I gave you Breece Hall last week. Dameon Pierce, the Houston Texans, if you want to, other teams that stink. But look, the Texans will be a little bit better. They've got a better coach now. He had 13 games last year as a rookie, did Dameon Pierce. He had 939 yards, averaged 4.3 a game. He's $26. This is sort of the point where running backs take a leap. If their team gets a little bit better, second year, they know what they're doing. They know the coverage is a little bit better. They can break lines a little bit easier. They've got another year in a pro system under their belts. Don't mind it. $23 at Dameon Pierce. I rode him to the very bitter end as offensive rookie of the year last year. He was giving it a shake and then had a couple of injuries and that sort of upended it for me. But still, there you go. Lots of rushing yards. Can you tell I'm like absolutely deep in the weeds on all my NFL prep? It's awesome. Yeah. I'm so excited. Anyway, Alex, what are you looking at for player props?
Yeah, having a look in the EPL, just a head-to-head on a goal scorer market for the season, which is Cody Gakpo from Liverpool against Bukayo Saka of my beloved Arsenal. So just a quick look at some stats from last year. I know Gakpo only came across in the summer transfer window. Well, our summer. It was winter over there, January. He scored 7 goals in 21 games in that first, half of a season to kick off his Liverpool career. Saka was 14 goals from all 38 games. So, you just double what Gakpo is. It takes him 42 games to do so. You just sort of have a look at how Saka finished off the season. He was horrendous from like March through the end of the year. Only scored 1 goal like his last 7 or 8 games. Just watching some of the Arsenal preseason stuff and paying attention to some of the Liverpool stuff as well. The setup that Arsenal have with Saka and the players that Arsenal have brought in, he's more than likely not going to have to do everything and play in every single game. But he is an attacking threat at all times. He had I think it was 14 goals and nearly that amount of assists as well. It was a fantastic season. A lot of near misses. He missed 3 penalties last year. Also missed one over the weekend, so it could be an issue. But he is Arsenal's penalty taker, and he'll be able to focus on his attacking wing abilities. And then you have a look where Gakpo fits into Liverpool. You're still not entirely sure because, You got Nunes and Salah there as well. They've brought in McAllister and Soboslai coming across from Leipzig. So still not sure he fits in. And Klopp sort of moved him around in the first bit of his portion at Liverpool too. So happy to take the $2.10 about Saka head-to-head. Honestly, thought he'd come a favourite. Just flicking through some of these markets, I'm like, ooh, I'll take that.
So Gakpo's favourite. Yeah.
Gakpo's $1.66. Really? So
I think he could come off the bench a lot of games as well. Saka's not coming off the bench.
Yeah, give me $2.10 Bukayo Saka to score more goals than Cody Gakpo this season.
Who doesn't mind a big EPL future? That's awesome.
Yeah, nice.
Dive into that and cash it out in about 11 months' time. All right. What else? Stats guy.
Some FIFA Women's World Cup, of course, Australia taking on Canada tonight. We're all going, I'm pretty sure, which will be absolutely awesome. A sellout at, I was going to say AAMI Park then, but Melbourne Rectangular Stadium.
FIFA will strike this from the record.
Yeah. A little red dot pops up on Stats Guy's forehead.
That's Stats Guy. Take him out.
You can have a look at this on cobet.com.au in the big preview, but I'm going to have a look at
this is in the paper today too. I'm not really sure.
And it's in the paper, yeah.
I'm honestly not sure.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully
after yesterday, I don't know.
Fair enough. Looking at Emily Van Egmond, I think a lot of the media like to talk up Mary Fowler, Sam Kerr, even Caitlin Ford, who are all playing in the Premier League or the WSL actually over in England. But Emily Van England actually scored last game. She's usually a midfielder for this Australia side, but they put her up in striker last game, and I really don't mind her to start again here. She had scored a goal, which was absolutely awesome. Nutmeg to the bottom corner. She looked great. She had 6 shots, so I'd be really surprised if they don't at least start her. A lot of the odds are still swaying towards Sam Kerr, but as Sam Kerr mentioned, she said she's available. They said, we're not sure how we're going to work that. I think she's going to come off the bench probably straight into the second half. So if Van Egmond is going to score here, I think it will be in the first half, but they're going to look to go through her as much as possible. She's really tall as well, so she can threaten on corners. Got a few headers off, so she can score in multiple ways. She also had 9 goal contributions in last year's Asian Cup, which I was really surprised about. I feel like a lot of people don't really talk her up, and like talking about Sam Kerr and Mary Fowler, as I said before. So yeah, I think she's really good odds at $6 compared to your $3 and things like that, even $2.50 for some of our other strikers. But Van Egmond, if she starts, have a look at the team sheets before you put this bet on maybe. But if she does start, I think she's going to be our best.
So wait till 6:30.
Wait till 6:30 maybe to chuck this one. Because I don't think she'll come off the bench. We got a lot of attackers. But if she does start, I think, she looked probably our best attacker last game. And $6 is really good odds. You can't go past that on Bet365.
Nice.
Yeah, I think she's $3.50 on the other side.
$5.50 Bet365.
$5.50. There you go. When I wrote this, it was $6. But she's a lot less on a lot of the other sites. So get on Bet365 for Van Egmond.
Fascinating. Good stuff. I also like that you brought up the idea that Sam Kerr could, almost start the second half.
Oh, God. Let's talk about this again.
Did he actually learn that you can actually substitute now?
Yeah, he might put it on in the 85th minute or something.
Games?
Is it possible to, boo our national coach? I love the team, but I want to boo this guy.
You need a sign while you do it. So I'm only booing.
Go girls! Screw you, Tony! Can't Tillies!
It's like Channel 7 cuts to some lunatic in the crowd, like the shirt off, painted
with his beers,
green and gold. He's got the sign saying "Screw you, Tone." Go girls, go.
But then on the back I flip it around. Go Matildas.
I was saying boo Burns. Right, let's do it. Game picks. I'm going to run through the entire Women's World Cup slate from the late games tonight, which is what group are we? Group B.
Yeah, and right. Group C as well today, I think.
Yeah, 5 o'clock.
Group C starts 5 o'clock. The Group B is all the 2 games are at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So that's Australia, Canada. Give me the Aussies to win over 1.5 goals. That's $3 with Ladbrokes. I don't mind that. I feel like we get a extra late. I think we end up winning 2-0 is my prediction.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed. I'm going to be 7 beers deep just at some point. And then Ireland, Nigeria. Nigeria looked really good, obviously, against the Aussies. And Nigeria to win and over 1.5 is $2.80. I feel like we saw Ireland get on the board last game. I think they can push a Nigerian team, which will be very up and down as you'd expect. But I feel like Nigeria will be going absolute hammer and tongs. I feel like they pull that one out 2-1, so I don't mind the over 1.5. Maybe the 2.5 if I just feel like Ireland maybe get one on Nigeria. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't mind the both teams to score on that one.
That's a good pick there. Portugal, USA tomorrow. We will be live streaming this, presumably, as long as we actually have a TV in the studio, which we are still not entirely sure about. So TBC, as they say. But USA at over 2.5. This feels to me, again, USA might concede 1 goal to Portugal, but otherwise I think they smash them. So over 2.5, that's $2. Vietnam versus the Netherlands. Netherlands have won 7 of the last 9 World Cup games. Pretty awesome. And the other 2 that they've lost, well, not lost, not won rather. I think they drew to the USA and they lost
last week.
So, yep. Vietnam haven't been too bad. 2-0, 3-0, but they're not a chance, obviously. Netherlands, I feel like this could be a bit of a sneaky smashing. Netherlands out there going, let's go hammer and tongs and try to get up this goal difference. Over 3.5, and Netherlands to win is only $1.50. So the bet makers agree with me. Denmark and over 2.5 against Haiti. You could probably push this even more, but the Danes haven't been wildly convincing yet. So China, England, this is the tricky one for me. England, talk about not convincing. England and under 1.5 goals. Basically going a 1-0 win, $5.
Both, yeah.
Yep. Don't mind that because England, look, again, not wildly convincing. So there's a bunch right there, and we could multi them up, but I can't be bothered. So if I was going to rate my multi, I'd probably worry the most about the over 3.5 in Netherlands. Like Vietnam have been surprisingly solid.
Yeah.
And like Denmark, I just don't even trust them. And I feel like anytime you're going to play in the unders with like a team like England, you can be made to look like a fool and they could be winning like 3.
They won 1-0 both their games, so I don't mind.
Exactly. So that's kind of why I landed with that under 1.5 because I feel like they could just go through winning all of them 1-0. Anyway, Alex, what are you looking at for your game picks?
Yeah, so just going to do some over and unders in the 4 games that are today, and I've just thrown them together for a rate my multi as well. So Japan and Spain, we'll go with Spain in the overs. Both of them been scoring freely throughout the tournament, but just like Spain, they've got a touch more class than the Japanese, just to ruin Stats Guy's Monday as well as he's back Japan to top the group. Costa Rica and Zambia, draw and unders, they stink, and I don't think either of them really had a shot on goal all tournament. So let's go the draw and unders. Ireland and Nigeria, take the unders at $1.82. Ireland will just be parking the bus, basically not wanting to lose. They don't care either way. They just don't want to lose once again. And I'm just taking the straight up unders at $1.82. So no result there. So if they lose 1-0, they lose 1-0. And Canada and Australia, I'm hitting the overs at $2.20. So these over and unders are 2.5 goals. Canada and Australia overs. Basically, we need to play FIFA and go all-out attack because we need to win. Let's not worry about, but if we draw and so-and-so win, we can still make it. Just win the goddamn game. Look what happened to the Kiwis last night. Just try and win. I'd rather go down 1-0 or 2-0 trying to win the damn thing than just like, but we drew 0-0.
Drew 1-0,
Ireland let us down. No, go for the win. Anyway, those 4 put together, $64.66 with Ladbrokes.
That's pretty conservative for your Rama multi, sorry.
So I rate my multi at $64.66. Most of that's going to come with the draw from Costa Rica.
Yeah, so the draw and unders is $4.75. Spain and overs $3.40. The unders $1.82. And Canada and Australia overs $2.20. All these over and unders are 2.5 goals.
That blows my mind that Japan Spain is like for Spain win and the over is that.
I know.
That's awesome.
I don't mind. The one I'm worried about is the Costa Rica Zambia. The unders, it could easily hit, but Zambia in the lead up were just like this team that's all out attack, and then they concede 3 goals against.
Yeah, but did you see Costa Rica? They
I know. But I wouldn't be surprised if that's like a 2-2 or a 2-1 or something.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that is the sort of game that goes. You're like, how do they score all those?
It's either like 2-0. No, sorry, it's 0-0 or like 5-0.
I'll give that a 6.5. I do like some legs. There's some, but you know the draw and the Ireland Nigeria unders. I obviously had overs in that one already. I think, didn't I? So
I'll give it a 6.
All right, nice one, Stats Guy.
Spain, Japan in one of the best matchups of the tournament so far. As Alex mentioned, I'm on Japan to top the group, so I'm really hoping they can they can win, but I'm going to have a look at a safer option in a bet here. This game's going to decide who tops Group C. Both Japan have been absolutely awesome in this tournament. They've got 7 and 8 goals between them and 2 wins each. Spain are favourites in this one. They did win 1-0 last time these teams met, but I was having a look at the stats. Japan had more shots on target as well. Very unlucky not to get a draw. They're pretty strong defensively to Japan. I know Spain have a really, really good attack, and they've only conceded 2 goals across their last 6 matches. I just really like this Japanese team to keep this close. They've got the pace in attack on that counter attack. If they aren't winning the possession, Spain like to control the possession, but Japan don't mind that. They don't mind that counter attack with that pace. So I don't mind the double chance. A bit safer. I really want Japan to win for my other bet, but just as really good odds, I think still for a double chance, Japan or draw. I really don't mind that at $1.85 with Ladbrokes.
Interesting. Japan or draw?
I think it could be like a 1-2 type of game. You could even bet on the draw possibly, but yeah, really hope Japan win for my other bet.
I think Spain are just too good.
Spain are probably the better overall team, but yeah, the last couple of times they've played, it's been close. So I think they can keep it close.
I just feel like my vibe on this one is simply that Japan will definitely break Stats Guy's heart at some point.
Probably, yeah.
Because
they also wear blue and white. It's like North Melbourne, same.
I want to get that kit, actually. Bloody awesome.
Nice one. Best bets for today, tomorrow, whenever. Let's do it. Best bets. They're best bets. The best bets. Stuck in your head. They're best bets. Australia to win the toss is still on. Here we go. Australia win. Come on. All we're going to do is...
We're going all right. The rain needs to hold on.
My Uzi overs hit. Hell yeah. I just realised that.
What are we going to chase down? Like another 260 odd?
Yeah.
We've got a massive chance if the rain holds off.
If the rain holds off, we still win the series 2-1.
Yeah, but I want to win the series outright now because they can just shut up.
Stats Guy, we are winning the series outright. It's 2-1.
Yeah, but I meant 3 though. Anyway,
good math.
With a draw, we'd still win the series, which would be good.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. I'd rather win 3-1 because that's
what I meant. Yeah.
I also took the $6 about 3-1 at the start of the tournament. So not the tournament, the Ashes.
So the tricky part for me, I think bowling or batting wise, you could just sort of see. I don't know how much of the match you watched last night before the rain kicked in, but wow, did that pitch slow up? Like that was chaos. Like you're just like, oh, sure. And then they decided to, in all their infinite baseball wisdom, not throw Mark Woods out there until, 0 for 99, I think we were at one point. And it's like, let's probably play that dude who's hassling everybody.
I don't know why they weren't bowling him, yeah.
Oh, sure. We're just
Bazball, Stats Guy. Bazball.
Doesn't make any sense, yeah.
We just need to rough up the ball so Mark Wood could reverse swing it. So, I don't know. How about just bowl him? Anyway, couple of best bets for me. Sam Kerr to score the first or second goal tonight. $3.
Yeah, Tony's going to kill you with that one.
I know.
Depends if she starts, yeah.
Yeah, but if you put the bet on now and she doesn't get named, you get your money back.
I also don't mind the idea that even if she comes off the bench, bang, second half, we're up.
True, second goal, yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. And Stats Guy lets off a flare in the third row.
Hey, don't tell anyone.
Your body paint's flammable. You go up like
Actually, I did see the notice last week. Inflation has got to the pitch invaders too because the fine isn't $5,500 anymore. It's $11,439.
Oh, no thanks.
So inflation has hit the pitch invasions.
Sam Kerr scored twice. $9.
Yeah, nice.
Has done that before in the World Cup. I believe it was against Jamaica. But otherwise, I think she's also done, she scored 4 goals in a game against Jamaica, all 4 of them back in 2019.
Wow.
There was another game. Yeah, she also in the Olympics against the English and Sweden had 2 goals back in 2021. Don't mind that for $9 if you really, really want to jump on the Sam Kerr bandwagon. Another quick one. This is something we'll be covering off, I believe, this week on the site, the Brownlow. The Bont. Are you a bit worried? The Bont injuries? A bit worried?
Go on.
But I'm loving Petrarca at this point. Dacos.
Petrarca,
I feel like we've seen a bit of the Dacos backlash has begun. Oh, he's playing for himself, not his team, and they lost because of it. It's like, you also...
Nah, he's also won them about 10 games this year.
You also got your absolute, you got absolute pants by a rampaging Blues team. But the odds for Petrarca at $5, all he's done in the second half of the season is dominate. And I feel like you could basically go back and backtrack through his games. And if he's not dominating the midfield, he's kicked 4 goals.
One problem, though. One very, very tall problem. Max Gorn probably is getting 3 votes in some of these games. He
was amazing on the weekend.
He gets 3 votes yesterday. He gets 3 votes for the game against Brisbane. So that takes Petrarca down to 2. Viney's a chance of even getting 3 yesterday. So
you could argue 3 for either of them, really. Though.
Yeah, exactly. But also yesterday you could add in Viney. So it's like there's chances that votes are going to get taken off Petrarca here.
Point being, Dacos is absolutely zero value because he's like $1.80 or something at this point. Yeah. And $5 for Petrarca feels pretty good. Bont, I think, was sitting around 6. And look, I much prefer Petrarca at this point.
I mean, I can throw 100 to 1 flyer in there for someone who's hit form that's going to get a lot of 3-vote games in the last month. Toby Green.
Sure.
Toby Green, yeah.
Toby Green.
That's not a bad shout.
He's going to fly kick somebody in
umpires don't like
I've just got to hope Toby doesn't punch someone in the next month because I'm literally going to have $10 each way Toby right now.
You're going to bite someone's ear off.
But honestly, he'll get 3 votes for the weekend, 5 goals in the second half. The game against a couple of weeks ago, he kicked 4. He'll get 3 votes there. There's probably like 5 or 6 3-vote games in there for him where he's kicked 4 and won the team his game.
Could be a value
and
top 10 or
there's,
something.
well, there's, 20 votes. It's like, can he get to the 30 mark there? But there's every chance he'll have 20-odd votes this year.
He did also have some absolute clunkers earlier in the season too. So, right, Alex, what's your best bet?
D's, you just talked about them there. D's to win the flag at $5. Their forward-line mix is finally right with Harrison Petty kicking 6 goals yesterday. What the bloody hell was that? Van Rooyen doing me the job, kicking 2. We kicked 4. Jakey Melksham's kicking goals. You've got some youth and what is it there? Seniority with Melksham, shall we say? He's 31. Petty and Van Rooyen are very young there. You're throwing the possibility of Fritsch being back before the end of the year and Pickett chipping in with these 2, and then the midfielders are kicking goals as well. Then you look at the midfield in the second half there. So, Dusty, that's cute. We're just going to absolutely dominate you. As I said, Richmond not having a ruckman will hurt them against Richmond. It did, because Max Gawn had about 30-odd touches and was like 40-something hit-outs with Petrarca and Viney and Brayshaw just going, yeah, we're going to get the footy now. And you've still got Clayton Oliver to slot back in there. May and Lever in the back line as well. It's a very good setup. We talked about him in the middle of the year, like, what is going on? What is going on? And they're like, it's July. We're going to start playing good now, running into the finals. Every chance they can finish top 2 as well. The way their draw's laid out. Go check the website later today because the wrap from round 20 will be up. I'm like, hey, they can keep winning because Brisbane and Port Adelaide are slipping. And if they get 2 home finals at the MCG and avoid Collingwood, look out grand final. $5 for the D's to win the flag.
Nice. And
there you go.
No, I feel like I think they play Carlton in 2 weeks' time. And the fact that they can still make the top 2 just has me shook now because I'm like, come on. They're absolutely going to steamroll.
Me as a Swans fan having them in the last round, I'm like, maybe they're just going to finish 3rd or 4th no matter what, and they don't need to try crap.
Yeah. Stink. All right. I think it's a Read My Multi from the Stats Guy.
Also, Melbourne have North this weekend too. Good luck, Stats Guy.
Oh, yeah. Clarko's back. Coach back bounce. Is that how it works?
You need to score 1,000 points.
True. So Rate My Multi, FIFA Women's World Cup today. Zambia taking on Costa Rica. Both teams have been smashed in this group, but Zambia won this matchup 2-1 last time. Costa Rica, I just think, are the worst team. They've lost 8 of their last 9 matches. I'm just going to go Zambia head-to-head against Costa Rica. As I mentioned before, this is probably the iffy one. Japan or draw versus Spain. I just think their pace and attack. I think it's probably going to be a draw, but Japan or draw just to be a bit safe. And I think it's going to be a close matchup, so Japan or draw there. Australia head-to-head against Canada. We've all got our fingers crossed here. The game against Nigeria for the Aussies was the first time in over a year that we've conceded 3 goals. I don't see that happening again. I think we're going to be a lot more structured behind the ball. And Canada aren't in the best form themselves. They've only won 2 of their last 7 games. And I think, the Aussies are going to use that quick passing in attack. So Australia head-to-head there. They're going to finish off with Nigeria. I forgot who they're playing. Ireland, that's right. Nigeria taking on Ireland. They looked great last game. Nigeria obviously beating the Aussies. They've got Oshiwala in attack, who's been awesome for Barcelona. Ireland will be up and about, though. They looked pretty strong against Canada, so I'm going to take the double chance just a bit safer there as well, Nigeria or draw. So we've got Zambia head-to-head, Japan or draw, Australia head-to-head, and then Nigeria or draw. That's 4 legs at $11.58.
I like it. The only problem is, literally you could just switch this Spain or draw for me. And
if you wanted to do that,
because I just don't trust Japan to beat Spain. That's just the weird part. But I feel like that game's going to be awesome. So.
That's going to be so good.
What time's that one? That one's the 5 p.m. game today.
5, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
And then I'll give that probably a pretty solid 7, and you could switch out Japan or for Spain or draw for whoever you prefer as well. Like,
fair.
If you like Japan, that's fine. So I don't mind it.
Cool
stuff. Alex, what do you think?
4, because I don't like 2 of them. So
who's the other one that you don't like?
Japan.
No, the other one.
Zambia.
One. Oh, Zambia.
I don't trust either of them. They both
trust them.
They both suck.
Nah, fair enough.
And that's with all due respect, but they stink.
All those Zambians, they listen.
I don't know Zambia, but Zambia's in trouble.
Went all right in the F1 bets last night as well, actually. We got Aston Martin both finishing in the top 10. Piastri, I should have bet on the sprint, not the actual race. He came second in the sprint. But his car, he got hit in the first turn, so he finished last. So anyway, but we went all right.
I was just going to say bad beats with Jeremy Cameron kicking 1 goal 5 on Saturday against Fremantle. That was bloody brutal.
Absolutely brutal.
He's out of form, Jess. I don't know what's going on with him.
I think Geelong are cooked. That's going to be in my article today. Is Geelong to miss the 8?
Oh,
There you go. Yeah, we did have Max won the Belgian Grand Prix.
Yes.
The grid penalty as well, which is absolutely gnarly.
Yeah. He's too good. Their car's too. It's a bit crazy. He won easily as well.
Absolute chaos. So great job by Red Bull. Nice one. There you go. Co-Bet Daily done for today. We'll be back on deck tomorrow for a show. And of course, perhaps a live stream of USA Portugal from the new studio. That should be pretty fun. So if you're going to check that out on YouTube, Twitter, basically. I think it all goes through every single social media outlet we've got, Twitch, all the good stuff. But either way, we'll be there hanging out. Should be good. Get right around the show. Either way, subscribe on your podcast app, like, review, and stab them all. We'll have an EPL preview coming up. We've got NFL coming up. NBA will be back before you know it. Jeez, it's all going on. Either way, check us follow across all the socials as well. Facey IG, X,
X,
Twitch, Threads, whatever. And send in any questions. Stats Guy will rate you a multi for a very low fee.
Yeah. I think special one, $9.99.
Nice one. Yeah, this is King Jimmy's Luck of the Week. All right. Thank you, Stats Guy.
Thank you.
Thanks, Alex.
Yeah, cheers.
Thanks, as always, to Gerald for producing. He does a great job. And thanks to me just for wearing this excellent new hat. But what do we say, Stats Guy?
Gamble responsibly.
All right, may all picks come in. Happy punting. We'll catch you tomorrow. Go Bet Daily. Out.
What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.